Radical.
All right, so I'm going to do this very quickly here. I had a longer upload. I'm just going to kind of put this out of the way. First off, sadly, there's a lot of you that seem to only just want to come here to discuss things and events that happen revolving around YouTubers. Because there's a couple of people that stop by that Pro Jared could possibly have 8-Bit Eric's spunk on his face. And that was a little bit of a trap to kind of, see some of you that maybe haven't been here for a while and you just came back. It saddens me a little bit. Some of you just kind of like that haven't been here in a while. You come back, whoa, what's going on? There's an event with 8-Bit Eric. Oh my, what's happening? Pro Jared, huh? It's kind of sad to me. And it makes me kind of realize for several years what kind of audience that I did have here. It is kind of sad, There's the audience that you could want to have, and then there's a reality of what audience you actually do have. So that's something that just kind of, honestly, I mean, YouTube really doesn't matter as much to me these days, but still, it kind of grinds my gears a little bit to know that many of those people through the years that have come here is seemingly they only came here to get the news and the scoops on YouTubers. And that's kind of sad, It is. There's no other way around that, In a bit, I'm actually disappointed with some of the audience here. And I had a response, maybe it's a little bit harsh, to one person who admitted that they hadn't been around in a while, but they just had to poke their head in to see what was going on with Eric. And they actually equated me to another YouTuber who I won't mention, who basically discussed me on the highest level, and they tried to equate me to the said YouTuber. And I let them know that trying that again will get them actually a permaban. Yeah, I don't truck with that. But I think I might have been too harsh to this individual. You might know the comment I'm talking about. And I talked about how it's what the hell did I say in that comment? I think I said something along the lines of, it takes this upload to get you back when I've been uploading quality commentary basically every single day. It's almost like an insult that people would just come back just for that single upload. It's basically a straight up insult to me. But still, not everyone can appreciate my quality commentary. So there is that. Yeah. I don't know what to feel anymore. I'm not sure. YouTube honestly doesn't matter as much to me anymore, to be straight up and honest with you, because I see what it is. What it is basically a lot of YouTubers trying to get attention, trying to get views because of clickbait. Not because of humor, not because of quality commentary, but just because of clickbait. Or maybe not pure clickbait. Like, for instance, let me give you an example. And I'll get to the title of this in a little bit. 8-Bit Eric, I haven't been to his channel in probably years, but I noticed that he seems to be just another quartering clone nowadays with the shameless clickbait and the flames in the background. Oh, you gotta have the flames in the background, yeah. But I don't blame him, because I think he's one of those YouTubers that just focus on and just wants to have clicks, just wants to have views. Well, if it's that's what you're going for, then there you go. He revealed himself to be bisexual, just casually, dropped the bomb casually out of nowhere, right? Or maybe these days, should it be a huge bomb that someone drops? He related to how years ago, maybe a decade ago, when The Last of Us came out, it was shocking to have gay characters in the game. Nowadays, it's not so shocking. And I think that's a positive advancement. I'm not talking about replacing characters like Batman, Robin, Spider-Man, and making them all gay or lesbian or, whatever. Black Cat, oh, she's lesbian now. Catwoman, oh, she's lesbian now. I'm not talking about that. But I think there's a healthy place for gay and lesbian characters in modern media. And there should be, because guess what? Gay and lesbians exist around us. They exist among us. Many of you in your families, you have gay and lesbians and bisexuals in your families. So, yeah, there's that. I, in the past, would be, I mean, let's be honest here. I've been in a war of words with 8-Bit Eric and the Game Chasers for several things, but I never had an issue with them specifically because maybe gay, they were gay, or some of them, I'm not sure. You know, it's cool if any of them are gay outside 8-Bit Eric or whatever. But my issue was with them on YouTube, the e-begging, the fund me for the movie and whatnot. So I had a series of uploads I, created around that. But nowadays I don't have much of an issue with it because I don't really care much about it anymore because it's just everywhere. It's just everywhere. You can't get away from e-begging. So you can talk about it as much as you want to. You can discuss it, but it's not going to stop any of it. That is, if your goal is to stop e-begging, it's not going to happen. I would say probably it takes a bit of courage to come out and reveal that on YouTube, unless basically you have someone else that came out and revealed that they touched tips with you on a podcast, Review Tech USA's podcast. Doesn't take as much courage then, I will say. But I have no personal issue with, what he does with his time, who he does with his time or whatever. I have no issue with that. I think people have the fact that he's doing that stuff in public. I even had to correct some people in my comment section or make sure that they were not hating on him for, being gay or bisexual. You should not criticize the guy for just coming out and actually revealing that about himself. There's plenty of things to criticize about Eric, though, specifically that he was nasty. And this is all from, I can't verify this. As one guy said, that basically he was nasty in the fact that he, shook Pro Jared's hand after, playing with Lil Eric. That, and then all the other people whose hands he shake. That's what's nasty. So no, Radical Rick is not going to have a field day because 8-Bit Eric revealed himself to be bisexual. Honestly, I don't think it really surprised me that much. Also, Woodhawker, hey, Woodhawker, now that's a piece of work. That's a piece of work. And I alluded to in the past where it looked like he was wearing a lot of makeup. It looked like he was wearing a lot of makeup, but I don't know. Another thing, I noticed that there are some people that came back that hadn't been around in a while, names I haven't seen in a while, that just had to come by and peek in to see what was going on. And maybe some of these people just never left comments, but I think it's something else. I think there's a portion of this audience right here that actually do not appreciate the daily quality commentary that I bring to YouTube, and rather they would just like me to talk about YouTubers like 8-Bit Eric every single day. Believe it or not, probably that's the case. And I was kind of rude to one person. Maybe, I'm not going to say a full apology is in order. Maybe a half apology. Maybe I was a little bit rude to one person. And I brought that up. And they actually, I think what really kind of set me off was this person that left a comment on that Pro Jared could possibly have 8-Bit Eric spunk on his face himself. What did I say? I think that they equated me to another YouTuber that I couldn't be any more different than. They equated me to another YouTuber that has been critical of 8-Bit Eric, and I took great offense to that. And maybe not all people know about this other YouTuber, but I can assure you, anything 8-Bit Eric has done, anything that we have known that he has done, is nothing compared to being the level of obsessed internet stalker as this other YouTuber. And the sad thing is, many of you, if I went to that channel, I would probably see some of you in that comment section. So I'm just letting you all know, mentioning that person or equating that person to me in this comment section might get you permabanned. It might. And furthermore, if I wanted to go to that channel and see a lot of you that were commenting there, that might be grounds enough to get you permabanned here. I am dead fucking serious. So there it is, my thoughts on 8-Bit Eric coming out as bisexual in his latest upload, talking about The Last of Us. I think that's going to finish off my uploads about 8-Bit Eric for the year, We got a quota here, so there's 2. I think that's going to be it until maybe next year. Maybe next year, who knows what's going to happen? Maybe he comes out as trans. Then he goes into GameStops, starts knocking over displays and demanding that the employees call him ma'am. Okay. What we got coming up next? February is tomorrow. So I think in February, it's going to be Black History Month. So I'm going to go over the history of every hot black chick I've ever dated.